All right, so I got this idea for a different harmony on this part, so I'm just gonna record it real quick.
All right.
Gonna run over to the gas station. First, I gotta put on my dad jacket. It's a dog giving me a stare down. I was gonna say something, but I forget what it was. Every time I see myself on the camera and I have these glasses on with the transition lenses, I just think they look weird. I also like the way my thick glasses look. I don't know if anybody has ever noticed, but in my earlier videos on this channel, my glasses were bigger and I liked those ones. When I had to get new glasses, I got these frames because those were the closest that they had to my old frames. I just don't like these ones. They have like a rubber coating on it. Like if you've ever had like a toy or something with like that like rubbery coating on it, that like eventually like kind of scrapes off and it's kind of sticky. That's what these are made out of, and they're smaller. And I feel like when they're like this, where you can see like the person's eyes, like angry Karens, like when they were yelling at the manager with sunglasses on, they had transitions that was like this. The other thing too is like now I'm about to go into the gas station and my glasses are super dark. I'm not gonna be able to see when I go in there. And there's nobody here. I'm gonna park at the pump. Okay, so got my wacky tobacco. Just kidding, it's just regular tobacco. I always feel strange because, well, first of all, I've already started telling this whole story, but I wasn't recording because I am a superstar. The cashier always asks if I want the receipt. Yes, that I do want the receipt. I feel weird because it's just like when I do want the receipt or confirm the amount, it's like, oh, you want to make sure so you can tell whatever kid you're buying this tobacco for, how much they owe you, but it's for me.
All right.
The reason why I want the amount, we use credit cards to buy everything, to get points on everything that we can, because it's literally free money. The catch is, with credit cards, if you miss your payment, it's like 20% interest. So, you buy something for $5, it can end up costing you, however long you stretch the payments out, it costs you like $15 or something crazy. We never spend more than what's coming in. So that's why we keep a strict budget. I always feel like I'm gonna get in trouble with the law, because you don't mess with the law! So I'm back in the studio, and there's 3 things that I want to accomplish this year. 1, I want to do an original album. I have a bunch of stuff that I've been recording over the last few years that I need to just set those sails and go for the open sea on that. The second thing is I want to do a throwback album. All these songs that I have from when I was like 15 all the way up to like 25, they're just like not on the internet anymore for whatever reason. I think it would be fun to, first of all, a lot of the quality is not very good, so I want to re-record them and get them like the best that I can with the skills that I have now, put them out. And I think it'd be cool to do like a deluxe album for that. So I have like 8 to 12 songs that I want to re-record. I also want to take those original recordings and put them like on the deluxe part of the album. I think that would be cool. And the third thing is I want to do a punk rock Christmas album. I've always wanted to do that. I also think it'd be cool to somehow do like a holiday album, but I don't know any other holidays or whatever kind of holidays. I know other holidays. I said that wrong. I don't know any other songs for other holidays that people listen to. Does that make sense? If there are any during the winter solstice, December, around the Christmas time, if you celebrate something different and you have songs that you listen to every year or whatever, I would like to, why am I still holding 3? I would like to know what those are to see if I can't make a punk rock version of it. So please let me know. Your boy is hungry. I'm gonna have some leftover gyro that we made last night for dinner. Kimmy ate one too.
What?
And you woofed it down.
I woofed it down.
Buzz's girlfriend, woof. Goodbye, I'm going back downstairs. Wait, hold on. Focus.
See ya.
Goodbye. Ooh, gross! Covers are just so fun to do that I'm just like, I get ideas for covers and cover albums all the time, and that's kind of what popped this channel off, you know? But I'm gonna mess with some of these originals. I'm kind of feeling that right now, so to the computer. So, I think this song is pretty much done. Decide if there's anything that I want to add or need to change. Pretty much make it ready for mixing. So when that time comes, I can just mix her down. This was a song from a band that I was in early high school. I want to say like 10th grade. It's not mixed or anything. It's just a rough recording. I wanted to get my ideas down, and I changed the song a lot. I'm gonna have the original version on my deluxe. I also want to preface, I was a kid. Some of these lyrics are like, oh, this girl doesn't love me. I didn't, you know, I wasn't married then, so what are you gonna do? So, I realized something, and this might be super obvious to you guys, and honestly, I feel like maybe I owe you all another apology. When I started punkcovermoose, I wasn't planning on being, I hate saying like YouTuber or something, or influencer. I don't know, those are kind of weird words for me. I had picked 12 covers that I was gonna do. Wasn't even gonna put them on streaming or anything, but I was gonna do a music video and a cover every third Wednesday, 12 months, and then after that, that was my album, Oldies Volume 1, and that was pretty much gonna be it until I got another idea. It was just something that I wanted to do, and so many people took to it so kindly and so well that it was providing enough stable income for me that I could keep doing it. At that time, I was cutting grass and was doing pro audio work in the studio here, recording bands and doing voiceovers and editing and stuff like that. And then with punkcovermoose, it kind of shifted all that, and it was great. It's still great. It's a lot of fun. But during that time, I had taken in a lot of new experiences. I met a lot of new people, and there's always advice out there from a lot of people. Some good, some bad, some of it's like in between. And I think ended up taking some advice from people that I probably shouldn't have. I got scammed with, a music service to try and get my stuff out there. I had never done this before. I had, some smaller labels had approached me and previous bands and stuff like that, but it never really went past that. So I don't know if this makes sense. I was always, I never went past a certain level with my music. And punkcovermoose, whatever that next level was, it took me there, and I was by myself. Looking back on it, I had to go through these things to learn, right? And some of you guys may have even seen it, like, oh, Moose is doing this thing, why is he doing that? I just didn't know. Last night, I was talking to my wife for a while, and I told her I realized that I did Oldies Volume 1 with punkcovermoose because it's something I wanted to do. It was fun. And what I didn't realize was all of you that are still around that listen to all my covers and my originals and follow these vlogs, you made a connection with me, and I made a connection with you because I was doing something that you were into and that I was into. So what ended up happening was, when I started Oldies Volume 2, I had this, I guess, like bad advice in the back of my head. I thought I had to do these certain things to keep expanding, but you guys realized that before me. It just made me realize I need to go back to my roots and just be me, because I spent a lot of time trying to get approval from people who I was never going to get the approval from anyways. And, I feel like now looking back at it that I kind of left you all behind in a way, because you wanted to see more of me, and I thought everyone wanted to see a different me, I guess, if that makes sense. I'm gonna go back to releasing a new cover every third Wednesday. I'm gonna continue to vlog. A new album out under my band Life is Short. We have an album out on Spotify right now. Planning on doing a Christmas album in December. It's February now, so long ways away. And then I also want to do a sort of throwback album. I have a ton of songs from previous bands. I've been writing songs and putting out originals since I was like 13 or 14 years old. I'm 34 now, so a lot of people ask me for originals all the time. I'm like, yeah, I have tons, but then I realize like they're not on the internet. The band I was in before Life is Short, they deleted a lot of my stuff because I left the band. So I'm gonna put those all together. I'm gonna put it all under my band Life is Short, like on Spotify and stuff like that, but I'll post it to my channel. Would still like to do physicals of Oldies Volume 2 if you guys are into that too. Gonna go back to completely doing everything myself, which I mean I still was, but I was trying to outsource like video editing and stuff so I could put out more content. Making all these goofy videos, these ideas that I have, I think that's what you guys vibe with the most, instead of just putting out as much as I can to try and pull in the, get the YouTube algorithm and the Facebook algorithm to work in my favor. I'm just gonna keep doing what I was originally doing. So, okay, so I'm really fascinated lately in putting together this throwback album. And there's tons of stuff that I have and that my friends that were in those bands as well have that I want to like incorporate all together. Videos of us playing live, old recordings, demos, stuff that like when I first started recording before I had any internships or anything, like just, trying to learn all that stuff all on my own. Sometimes I feel like I'm like taking an easy way out because, and I had haters like, oh, you do covers because you can't write originals, and I think in the back of my mind I'm like trying to like prove them wrong, and by doing this like throwback album it's like taking an easy way out. But I just think it'd be so cool to like put these songs together in a way, and it would be super fun to do. Get my brain thinking. I gotta go get my daughter, so I'm like running late. Gotta go do that. I will see you guys tomorrow. Oh boy, oh boy, oh boy. My mom just called my dad. He's a truck driver. He just wrecked his truck.
All right.